I know you hear this all the time, man, but you're doing a great job. I really appreciate it. There's something to read Friday, dude. I don't listen to podcasts. It's not you.
Deal.
You know, I love it. Yeah, it's good. Get into it. Yeah, me too. Make it one way down Crescent. No stop. No. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, they're not hard. She was fixing her hair.
Oh yeah. Ready to go on? Yeah, man. Thank you. Finally.
This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the Gulf of Mexico as their backdrop, broadcasting live from the Margaritaville Resort on Fort Myers Beach, here are the hosts of the dinkiest podcast in America, Kim and Ed Ryan.
Yeah, baby. Welcome to Margaritaville, License to Chill. What a spectacular day out here we're having. It's a beautiful day on Fort Myers Beach. What day is not a beautiful day on Fort Myers Beach? Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for coming to Margaritaville and License to Chill. And thank you all for asking me how I am. I'm totally fine. I know it was a little drama this morning.
We have to get that right out of the way first off.
So I did a walk around this morning.
Well, it was a fall around.
I started at the Sandpiper. And, okay, somebody's passing me Band-Aids, Band-Aids. Thank you for extra Band-Aids.
I brought some too, yeah.
So
and tissues, Dave. He needs tissues to wipe his tears.
So I went to the Sandpiper and I'm walking around the Sandpiper, a little bit of the beach. I go down to Lazy Way. I'm telling you what, if I had money, I would want to live in the Lazy Way area, Pepita, and that whole. It's so nice and quiet down there with the canals. And I think there used to be a car wash down there, or what was a car wash, and what else?
And a laundromat.
A laundromat.
And
the women's club. Yeah. So now I feel like I have to walk fast to get to the beach because people want to see the beach. Everybody wants to see the beach, especially when they're in Butt F, Illinois, or Chicago, or wherever they are where it's freezing. And so I walk across one street and I'm trying to read the comments, and I like reading the comments because I like seeing where people are, and I'm totally obsessed with how many people watch what I'm doing, and
so it was your ego that you tripped over? Okay.
So I'm looking at the phone and I'm not paying attention, and the sidewalk, the sidewalk stops, like the sidewalk ends and there's a hole. So all of a sudden I step in the hole and I went down like a giant bag of potatoes, and the phone goes flying in the road. And for somehow now I work out every day, but now I'm out of breath. Like I was walking, but now I feel like I just ran a marathon. I can't breathe. I'm laying on the ground, and I see the phone in the road. I'm trying, and it's 50 degrees. So I had frostbite. There was frostbite on my knee. My knee was all, I felt like my knee was the worst, but my knee was fine. And my finger there was blood coming out of my finger, and everybody's like, "Are you okay?" Of course, as I'm doing the walk, there's 175, but when I fall down, there's 280 people watching because, the people that are watching are saying, "You got to see this. You got to see this." He's laying down on the ground. I think he died or got hit by a car or something.
You sent me the picture because I wasn't watching. I was getting ready. And I was like, "Did you fall off the bike?" He said, "No, I fell walking." I said, "Well, what did you trip over?" I had nothing. So I went back and looked.
Just walking.
And exactly at the point you say, "Let's go hit the beach," it was like a millisecond you hit the ground. And I watched I'm watching the comments, not live, but after, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And then people are like, "Should we call Kim? Should we call Kim?"
Sure.
I'm like, "Well, you could contact me, but I'm like 20
doing
miles away. So
doing my hair.
If he needs help, somebody should call."
Yeah.
That's right.
So, the show.
I have my priorities.
There's always got to be drama with this show. It just can't be a regular weekend of guests. There's always got to be drama, but everything is fine. I got a couple Band-Aids, and I might need 8 or 10 stitches in my finger. There's a piece of my finger over by the old laundromat if anybody's scooping around there. So, but anyway, so thank you all for coming out. And, we do these walk arounds. She's doing a bike around tomorrow. And every time you come down to the beach.
Now I'm worried. If I don't want you to jinx me. I don't want to get it in my head.
From now on, I am going to wear
enough of those.
I am going to wear a helmet and a mouthpiece when I walk from now on. So,
and maybe you should wear some knee pads too.
No kidding. Every time you come down, the beach looks so much better. The beach looks so much nicer. When I was walking around today, you can see the neighborhoods are looking so much better, and the construction that's going on and the development that's being proposed. Just by a round of applause in this audience here, I'm guessing you all saw the Outrigger presentation. Are you in favor? Clap your hands. Are you opposed to the Outrigger? Clap your hands.
Well, no one's going to do that.
Totally silent.
See?
Totally silent. Wow.
There, see?
All right. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when all those proposals come forward. But, I mean, a lot is changing here on the beach, but it looks great, and we appreciate everybody coming down. So let's get right to our guest. Judy Woods is coming on. She's going to talk about some events coming on, and also I don't know what the hell's going on. Heidi, I don't have 8 microphones, but Judy, come on over this way and grab a microphone. There's some events coming up on Valentine's Day to benefit FMB Strong. If anybody is new to Fort Myers Beach, FMB Strong was one of the first organizations that was put together at 820 Buttonwood to raise money and supplies. Come on, Judy, sit down, relax, and pass it out to the community right after the storm. And they're still going strong. They're now actually a 501c3. And okay, Judy. First of all, everybody, Judy lives on Hibiscus Street. A tornado went through Hibiscus Street. I don't know that that's actually on record, but it seems like Hibiscus Street was one of the worst streets that got hit on Fort Myers Beach. And Judy, you live on the end of Hibiscus, right?
I live on Hibiscus Drive for 38 years. I've been on the beach for 46 years. I've been through a number of different hurricanes, but I have to say Hurricane Ian really tore us up. And but we are Hibiscus strong.
Yeah. Very nice.
And it is absolutely amazing what the community on Hibiscus Drive has done to bring our street and our neighborhood back together. Everybody helps each other. It's been great. It's been really good. I've been back I was out of my house for 8 months. All I had left was a roof and a structure, and I'm back.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people there are back. It's really kind of interesting. The front of the street, they're building those prefab cement houses. And let's just hope if we have another bad hurricane, they can't blow them down.
Right.
But Hibiscus Drive is an awesome street, and I'm grateful to be there, and I'm grateful to be home.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Now, you're also involved in some events coming up. You have...
Yeah, for many, many years, I did events for foster care, and that was a while back. And I have a good friend that has a beautiful piece of property in Iona. And I don't know if any of you know how to get over the bridge.
They got hammered too in Iona. Iona got hammered too.
Yeah, they did. My office was in Iona. That got wiped out. But anyway, over the bridge, before you go to the Sanibel Causeway, there's a little area, and it's called Iona. And my good friend, who I'll take it later.
You can take it now. We drink on this show. It's a very relaxed show.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Take it later.
What do you got there? What is that? We have a special drink menu, by the way, for all the Beach Talk Radio guests. Is anybody here that has no idea what's going on right here? Raise your hand if you have no idea what's going on. This happens every Saturday, by the way. Where are you guys from? What state are you from? Illinois? Minnesota. Okay, Minnesota. Welcome to Fort Myers Beach. We appreciate you coming. This is something that happens here every Saturday at 11 o'clock. So, yeah, go right ahead. Oh,
That's
my
all
God.
right.
You spilled it all over my...
We'll wash
Jesus.
it. You do it all the time.
So go ahead,
Anyway,
Judy.
I'm going to talk because he'll keep on
Yeah,
going.
yeah. We had this problem last week.
Anyway, like I said before, I did a lot of events before. Now we're doing an event in this little area called Iona. This friend of mine whose place got whacked during the hurricane has been working very hard to get her beautiful lawn and gardens fixed. And we're doing a day of art and healing on Valentine's Day. What a great day. It's a day of love. And this event is called the Love Fest. And we have artists. We have about 15 artists coming. We have people doing massage, Reiki, sound healing. We have a hot dog truck that's going to have drinks. And probably one of the most fun things of the day is going to be the tequila tasting.
So wait a minute. You're going to have things like health and wellness, like Reiki, sound healing, and then a hot dog cart.
Yeah.
Bruiser's super excited about the hot dog cart.
Well, there's a lot of people that want to participate and do things to help raise money for Fort Myers Beach Strong.
Yeah.
Fort Myers Beach Strong has done
Killing
an
it.
amazing job
Yes.
for this beach. And if you don't know, you'll hear it from Heidi. And we need to support our Fort Myers Beach because if we don't, it'll be taken over. And that's all I have to say about that.
No, wait. That's not you're all going to say about that. Now, Judy, you've been on the beach for a couple of years. You see, we've got some developments that are in the works here.
Ed,
And-
let's stay the course.
Okay, never
and
mind.
Let's stay
Thank
the
you.
course. Ed, stay in your lane, Ed. Yes, there are developments.
That's my
on Fort
damn
Myers
lane,
Beach.
that's for sure. But
Well,
we don't.
that's
It's
your
not
lane.
your lane today.
Okay, my
So
bad.
anyway, getting back to Love Fest, you are all invited to come to Love Fest. There's going to be no admission charge. It's going to be outside. It's going to be a
Where?
gorgeous day.
Where?
In
It is in
Iona.
Iona on Arbor Ridge Road. It'll be in the paper. It'll be
What, there's a paper.
What
there
time?
is a paper.
Is there a paper?
Yeah, there is a paper. It'll be on Beach Talk Radio.
Thank you.
And it'll be advertised, so everybody
Yes.
will be welcome to come. Bring your kids. It's going to be from 10 in the morning till 5 at night. We'll have music. We've got a great musician. We actually have we have a magician coming in case people bring kids.
Wow.
They're going to do face painting for kids. The main idea is to get people together to express the fact that we do love each other.
We
You know,
do.
love is what makes the world go round.
I am
And-
so in love with you right now, Judy. I can't contain myself. It's
That means you have to take him home. So I hope you have room on Hibiscus for his big tripping down ego. But
Judy,
hey,
and our daughter is going to be there with
Yes.
her painting. So I hope you guys
I just
support our
learned that today.
budding artist that is going to be there, and it's going to be on Valentine's Day, which is on a Wednesday this year.
It's on a Wednesday. You know, normally events are on the weekends, but you know, there's a lot of people that say, "Let me do something to express my love."
Yes.
What
on
are you going to do
Valentine's
to
Day.
express your love to
So,
me?
what are you
Well,
going to do to express your love?
There's some happening tonight when we go home to the crib.
I don't know that I want flowers. I'll have to think.
No,
on
I don't
it.
do the flowers or the candy thing. Everybody
go.
does that. You're very loud today, by the way. Thank you from the audience. I love that. No, we
like
love that.
audience
Yeah.
participation.
Yes, we love that. So I don't know what would be something different and special for Valentine's Day, because candy and flowers and
Well, I can tell you something if you really want to know something special for Valentine's Day.
yeah, Judy,
I'll tell you.
tell us, Judy.
Besides coming to Love Fest, but you know, there's a very cool thing, and I'm not promoting anything, but it's called Star Registry. And
Oh,
my
yeah.
sweetheart passed away, and I miss him terribly. And I look up every night in the stars, and I say, "Man, I miss you so much." But Star Registry lets you name a star after somebody you love, and it's under $100. It's a great Valentine's
Wow.
deal.
Hey.
You get a certificate. It tells you where in the sky you can look up,
Hmm.
and you can see the constellation where the name of the person that you name the stars from.
Cool.
That's
I
an
didn't
idea
know
for
that.
Valentine's.
That's-
That
that's
is an
different.
idea.
That's different.
It is an idea, but
Yeah.
anyway, I do want to encourage everybody to pass the word and come to Love Fest and to support Fort Myers Beach Strong. Without organizations that help the beach, we would not be making the progress that we make right now.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
Judy, can I invite you back one day to talk politics and talk about the
Maybe on a
rebuilding
Sunday
of the
show.
beach? Maybe a little different show where it's just me and you, mano y mano.
Yes, we can do that.
Nice.
Yes, we can do
All
that.
right, Judy. Is it okay if I let you go now?
You
And
can let me go. I have to
ladies
take-
and gentlemen, Judy Woods from Hibiscus.
Thank you so much. And Ed,
Thank you.
Karen,
Uh-oh. Kim.
Kim, geez.
Karen, Kim,
That's all right.
Barbara,
That's
we
all
call her.
You know, thank
I
you.
get a lot of Pam. So that
Yeah.
Karen is
Yeah.
different, but that's
Okay. Well, you know, we Beach Talk Radio, in my opinion, has, whether it's all true what they say or not.
I really did fall today. It was true.
They have been a voice that, you know, in the darkness, sometimes we need to hear a voice, and there's been a lot of darkness here. The sun is out today, and I thank
Thank
you
you,
for what you
Judy.
do.
We love
And
you.
Fort Myers Beach Strong,
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank
Judy
you
Woods,
so
everybody.
much.
Thank you.
I have to go take my sister-in-law back to Colorado, so I'll see you later.
Colorado. Was John Denver from Colorado, or did he just sing
Here,
about
I got
Colorado?
that.
Was he from Colorado? John Denver? Or is that, or is his name John Denver, and I think he's from Colorado? It made no sense right there. Ladies and gentlemen, FMB Strong is located at 820 Buttonwood. Now, if you go over the bridge and make a right-hand turn, eventually there's going to be a light right there, because there's going to be 17 more lights, according to the Florida Department of Transportation, when they rebuild this thing. You're going to make a right-hand turn, and then right on Buttonwood is where FMB Strong is, and they've been there since the storm hit. I know I've told this story 1,000 times, but when the storm first hit and we were looking for a place to bring supplies down, that's where Dan and Tim, Dan Allers, the mayor now, and Tim had their golf carts. And it was like 3 feet of mud, and there was all kinds of crap in there, and they cleaned it out. And then it was just like the meeting place for everybody to go, because there's no way to get over the bridge. There was no reason to come over the bridge, and everybody was going to 820 Buttonwood. So, Nan, are you going to sit down, or are you just there to look special?
Helen has invaded the show.
That's
see.
right.
See,
That's right.
now Heidi's going to have to explain to everybody what these outfits are,
I don't
because
think they need much
I
explaining.
think
but
for the
go ahead.
younger generation, there's going to be some explaining. Go ahead, Heidi.
So next Saturday, we are having the first annual Roper Beach Crawl.
Okay, what is Roper?
Helen Roper from Three's Company.
Mrs. Roper.
Does everybody know what Three's Company is? Do you know what Three's Company? Okay.
Ed, do
Just
you?
I do.
Did you have to Google it?
I did not. I know Suzanne Summers and
Everybody knows Suzanne.
what was it?
Summers.
What was the other lady's name? What was her name? Janet.
Janet.
But what was her real name? Like, and then the guy
Yes.
that died. What was his name?
John
Ritter.
Ritter.
Yeah, very funny. They
Yep.
were very funny. But it was very sexist. The show was very sexist towards Suzanne Summers. It would never fly these days. But the Ropers, were they the neighbors next door? Is that
He
what it
leaves
was?
you nothing to sort of hook into.
Yeah.
there.
So why-
They were the
What?
landlords, right?
Yes, they were the landlords.
The
Yes.
landlords.
She was the drunken landlord lady.
Yep.
So
Yep. And he was like
I
a
need a
short,
drink,
cranky
apparently.
Yep.
Joyce DeWitt. That's right.
Joyce
Joyce DeWitt. Thank you,
Yep.
Terry. Joyce DeWitt.
guy.
So,
So next Saturday.
Next Saturday, we are doing a Roper pub crawl. You will win a medal. No need to run. You can walk to each bar.
now, ladies
It's
and
a very
gentlemen,
nice medal.
just so you know, the medals that they have, that's some serious stuff. The same company that did the race medals for our 5Ks did those medals. That's no joke. That's a serious medal right there.
They are very
Everybody's gonna
heavy.
get
Yeah.
one.
It's got
Everybody's
some
gonna
girth.
get one?
Everybody, yes. Everybody who
Wow.
participates and buys a ticket
I
gets a
love
medal.
participation medals.
If
you don't fall down.
well, you can fall down
There you go.
if you go to all the stops
I
and
won't
get
be
your
getting a
ticket
medal
punched.
then.
Do you have an extra one? I just want to show it.
Sure,
on the
here.
camera. It's
Yeah.
really cute.
Yeah, they are awesome.
They are really,
I
really
may
cute.
lose my wig, but we'll be all right.
Okay.
Dude, what did they pay you to dress like that? I mean, Jesus Christmas. Are you
He's
wearing
doing
a
it for
dress?
charity.
Fun.
That is cool.
Can you
That is a
see
cool
it?
medal.
You can get your tickets. Either you can come into FMB Strong at 820 Buttonwood, or you can purchase them online at fmbstrong.org. And you can either pick them up there, or we'll hold them, and you'll be able to pick them up the day of the race. Or not? Well, it is a race, I guess. Not really.
A drinking
crawl.
race.
It's a drinking crawl race.
Well,
You know-
it starts out running
How
and
much
then
are
it
the
ends
tickets?
up
Did
crawling.
you
Their
say that?
tickets are $20.
Oh, that's cheap.
You will also get a
Nothing.
swag bag with different items in the swag bag, and then at the end, if you have all your stops punched, you will get a ticket or the medal that we are passing around. The Rude Shrimp is turning into the Regal Beagle for the day.
Does anybody know what the Regal Beagle is?
Yes. I went to.
That's
That's-
well,
that's an
unfortunately, this
interesting-
year we have to bring our purse. This one we have to bring our purse.
They never
an
brought their
interesting
purses.
Oh,
Exactly, that'll work too.
Dear, did you notice today we
Put it
have
in
a
your
lot
wig.
of audience participation?
Yeah, that's good.
I love it, but we've never had this kind of audience participation.
Can
You know what it
just
is?
let it go?
It's a lot of early morning drinking. That's
They're
what
paying
leads
Nothing
attention.
wrong
to.
with that. If you're gonna drink all day, you got to start early
No.
in the morning, Ed.
And
Gotta pace
I,
yourself.
when I was doing my walk this morning, I was totally sober, 100% sober. There was no drunken walking.
You might want to retract
I-
that
I
and
might
use
wanna-
that as an excuse.
Right.
I know. Right. Exactly.
So
That's
Oh, go ahead.
So the Root Shrimp will open at 10:30. They will have breakfast. No breakfast. Drinks at 10:30, food at 11. You
Why-
can
why
start
aren't you on the
getting
show?
She should be.
Does it now?
Eliza is getting over a very serious cold.
Yeah.
So if she talks a
you
lot,
sure it's-
she coughs, and
are
we
you-
don't want her to go into a coughing fit.
Are you sure it's a cold and not a sinus infection? Because if it's a sinus infection,
Here we go.
okay. Listen,
Ed,
listen.
she had worse than a sinus infection. She had RSV.
Oh, is that
Yes.
some kind of COVID thing?
No, it's not. It's a respiratory thing that can actually kill you.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I'm
Very
so glad you're alive, for Christ's sake. Jeez. So let's
so
talk
after
about.
2 weeks, she's feeling a lot better.
But can we talk about me for a second? The sinus.
No, we're not talking about you.
No,
We've heard
everyone's
all
done.
about your sinus
What are some
infection
of the
and your
places people get to?
nonsense.
They're gonna go to.
All right, so you can pick up your tickets at 820 Buttonwood, or you can pick them up at Rude Shrimp the day of the event.
Yep.
Along with your swag bag. Then you can proceed to Wahoo Willie's, Nervous Nellie's, Petey's Upper Deck,
That's
and we
better.
will end here at the License to Chill Margaritaville
Sweet.
at around 4:00. We have some different gift baskets that we'll be auctioning off. We're doing 50-50 tickets for each stop. All of that we will announce all the winners and everything here starting around 4:00 that night. There is a dress code. As you can see,
Where do you get that dress?
Caftans
You
on
get
tilt.
everything on
know it.
Amazon,
Yeah.
Ed. If Amazon doesn't have it, you don't need it.
Or Goodwill.
There you go.
Goodwill will have them too.
Oh, Goodwill.
Go to a thrift shop. Yep.
Yeah.
Are you going to
Thrift
say
shop.
anything? Are you just going to stand there and not
He's-
say anything?
He's going to
I'm
provide.
just a model it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
He's
I
providing
He's at a photo
support.
shoot today. Ed.
can I just say one thing? Every single event that happens,
Can he just say one thing?
he gets
One.
dressed up as whatever she tells him to dress up as. He dresses up as a poodle.
That's
he dresses
fantastic,
up
Ed.
as.
That's how you get a love fest, Ed.
I see. All right. What do you want me to dress up as tonight, dear? What can I? No, I take that back. I totally withdraw that question.
See, you shouldn't answer
Yeah,
and ask questions.
never.
Ed.
There was something really snarky, but I'm going to let it go.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it go because I don't want to get in trouble for being too mean.
Tell everybody how else they can help FMB Strong, please.
How else can you help? There's people over here laughing at my wig. Anyways, you can donate. If you can, no donation is too small, whether it be canned goods, non-perishables, a donation online, or you can come in. Sometimes we also need volunteers, so helping give some time is also worth it. We serve about 788 people a month come through our door.
Nice.
That's a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, I see. Very simple.
It's actually, I don't know. There's some stories are very uplifting and some are very heartbreaking. We've helped people find homes. We've helped them get off of drugs and get clean, get jobs. We have people that come in they just need food. That's the biggest thing right now.
So
And
what's the
I think
website
it's gonna-
address?
fmbstrong.org.
fmbstrong.org if you want to donate. We've done a couple of races to
Yep.
donate to them. If you want to help out, please go online and make a donation.
Yeah, and all the donation money, all of it goes back to the community.
Yes.
The second Tuesday and the fourth Tuesday of the month, we purchased 50 rotisserie chickens that come in hot and fresh, and people can come in and get them. They really enjoy that. Some of the people that come in and get those, that's their only hot meal that they get a month. So,
Anything else?
Did you mention the crawl stops? Rude
I
Shrimp,
did. It's
Wobble
Rude-
Willies,
go ahead, Kim.
Nervous Nellies, Petey's Upper Deck, and License to Chill.
Yes.
I just want to get one word in because,
Thank you guys for coming.
You're welcome. Thanks.
And we'll see you next week for the crawl. Big hand for FMB
Where are you
Strong,
going to join
everybody.
us, Ed?
I don't know.
Are you going to crawl
I don't
with
know.
us?
I'm going to try and get him to dress up.
I'm
so
having a
we'll
hard
see how
time
that
walking.
goes.
I'm having a hard time walking these days. So I do go back to the doctor this week. So if everything works out all
So
right,
you're
I should
not
be
going to
there.
buy a ticket and do a bar crawl,
Oh,
Ed?
I'll be there. I'll definitely be
Are
there.
you going to wear a caftan?
I'm not dressing up like a
You
girl.
are. You are.
Oh, Ed.
FMB Strong, everybody. Big hand for our friends at FMB Strong.
You're disappointing your fans, Ed.
If I had any fans, I'd be worried about it, but I'm not worried about it. Is James here? James, are you here somewhere? Okay, 1 second. I just want to make sure you're here. Okay. I know you all want to hear about my sinus infection, but before that, I need to tell you about Jorge Barrera because the real estate market is always changing, and that is why it's important to have a trusted realtor with local knowledge that is working for you. Everybody knows Jorge Barrera, right, Marie? Everybody knows Jorge Barrera. Big hand for Jorge. You see his pictures and his signs everywhere on Fort Myers Beach, and he's killing it. You want a property, but you want to make sure that you're not getting screwed by the man or somebody's giving you some bad information. Jorge's the person to call. You can call him right now at 239-791-9893, 239-791-9893, or go on his website, JorgeSouthwestFloridaRealtor.com. And we appreciate Jorge being a sponsor. Also, it's never too late to get money from those scamming insurance companies. Those insurance companies, all those CEOs in the insurance companies should be perp walked by Sheriff Marcino and right into Marcino Motel. Yeah, you know it. Because they screw everybody on this island. It's wind, it's rain, it's storm, it's not wind, it's not rain, it's not this. Flood. Call Dorson Claims. Mark Dorson will help you out. And he doesn't charge right away. He only charges when he gets you more money. Dorston Claims. Mark, it was on the show a couple weeks ago here at Margaritaville. We appreciate him sponsoring the show. You can give him a call. It's not on. 850-276.
When you say he doesn't it's not that he charges people. He only takes from what the extra he gets, a percentage from the extra that he gets for you. So.
Yeah. And if you think your claim is closed, it's never closed. Never closed. If the insurance company has given you a check, it's never closed. Go back for more. You know, because all these insurance company CEOs are living on some fancy island, or they're living on, some in big mansion, and they don't give two shits about people. So call Mark right now at 850. Did you guys see my interview yesterday with Congressman Stubbe from the 17th District of Florida? Something just passed the House of Representatives. You need to watch that about your taxes. And we're going to have an accountant on next week. And I know that sounds dry, but we're going to have an accountant on next week who can explain to you how you can get more money back from the write-offs from the storm. Because now, of course, it's an election year. So all the politicians want to make it sound like it's a year where they want to help people. If it wasn't an election year, they wouldn't give a crap. I'm not talking about Stubbe. That's a great American hero right there. He served in Iraq. But the House of Representatives passed this act where you're going to get more back on your taxes from the write-offs from the storm. So we're going to have an accountant on next week to explain how you can get more money back from the write-offs from the storm than you were previously. You're going to have to amend your taxes. It's a whole friggin' thing that they make you go through. So that'll be next week. Sorry, I've digressed a little bit today.
You are negative.
But I'm trying to get all the information out there. She thinks I'm being negative. Am I being negative today?
You're being
informative. Thank you.
Side of
trying to be informative and entertaining. Now, the entertainment part happened this morning when I fell in the hole.
Not so much
I felt like frostbite was taking over me at 50 degrees. It was, my sinus infection. I know people want to hear about my sinus infection. So I'm down to 2 pills a day. 2 pills a day. Like, I'm finally going to be off these drugs. This morning, I woke up with this killer headache. Like, I go to sleep with a cold tablet on my head because I'm afraid I'm going to. Now I'm a hypochondriac. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to get a headache. So I wake up this morning, and my nose is killing me, and I'm blowing my nose. And, I got the tablet on my head. But, I roughed through it. Yeah, a cold tablet on my head.
A cold cloth?
Whatever, dear. I got something cold on my friggin' head because I'm afraid I'm going to get, So I go back to the doctor this week. And so she thinks that I shouldn't get a CAT scan because she wants me to, she pretty much wants me to croak. So she doesn't have to do this show anymore.
No,
that's what I'm thinking.
I just think that you should make sure that you're going to get some information from it because you're going to have to pay out of pocket for it. And if they go and they're like, yeah, it looks good, you're going to be like, oh, well, then give me my $4,000 back.
So is that how much it costs for a CAT scan?
Oh, they're
$4,000. I mean, I got a tiny brain, so it really shouldn't cost that much.
I can look at you and say you're good to go.
No, so that'll be next week, and then I mean,
it's too much.
Yeah. All right, so I'll just forego the CAT scan. Yeah. I'll just keep blowing my nose 40 times a day. Yeah. All right, let's get to our next guest, who is.
You need the neti pot. Does anyone use a neti pot?
That's all I've heard about. Yep. That's all I've heard about.
People don't want to say they do, but I know you do.
Now, what is that? Where you just sniff water up your nose and it shoots it back out?
And you go like this, and it cleans out your sinuses.
Is that $4,000 too? Does that cost
like
$4,000? Can you get it on Amazon?
Yeah.
James, are you ready to roll, James? James, come on down, bro.
He's like, I really don't want to follow the whole neti pot conversation, but I get.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Bone is on the LPA. He wants to be on the town council, which will take place on Monday. We're getting into a little politics now. I know you guys would just rather hear about my sinus infection, but we're going to talk about James.
No, he's had it forever.
Tell everybody who you are and what your deal is, man.
Well.
Keep that close. Just keep it close.
Yeah, just keep it close.
Like
so
right in your face.
Well, I'm a resident. On the LPA. I think it's great that the city council has multiple applicants to choose from, and they can hopefully find somebody that fits with the rest of the council. And I think I could add something to that.
So, are you from Bolingbrook, Illinois?
I am.
Yeah, and you have like a park named after you. Tell
I
us
do.
a little bit about
Holy
your
Christmas.
history.
She really, I didn't
Tell
do
us
that
a
kind of
little bit,
research.
or
Wow.
I'm going to do the whole thing.
All right. Well, I have over 45 years of local government experience, and I've been both an employee and an elected official. I've worked for a community, Bolingbrook, about 75,000 people southwest of Chicago. I spent a lot of my career there representing them, and it was an honor that they did name a park after me. That is correct.
Yeah, because you're so originally you were in landscaping design. You got your degree in that,
That is correct.
and then you went back to school to be a lawyer.
That's correct too. Well, you know more about me than Ed does.
Oh, believe me, I do my research. And then you were a city attorney.
That's true. That's
And then
how I
you were
finished
like,
my career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did a lot of stuff. Well, that's important stuff
I'm
to bring
old.
up.
You know,
You're not. You look great.
I know how she tries to make herself look so smart, but I really gave her all that information before the show.
Oh yeah, right. Like you try to make yourself look so funny.
So, James, we've got one town council seat, and
Yes.
we've got now 5 candidates. We're 6. One guy dropped out because he realized that he probably didn't have enough time. Do you think you have enough time to commit to
Well,
the town council?
Yeah, I am retired. I have been elected official. I have a good idea what the time commitment is, and I'm willing to make that.
And so how long have you been on the LPA? Now, for folks that don't know, the LPA is just as, right now, it's just as important as the town council. So many of these new projects are coming before the LPA first, before they get to the town council.
Yeah.
You really haven't seen one big one yet.
Yeah,
You saw the Whale, which I thought was a great project. You guys approved it, and it's probably going to start with the groundbreaking in the next few weeks, but you really haven't seen any of the big ones yet. So
Yeah.
what has the LPA taught you?
Yeah, the local planning agency is a advisory board. It does the legwork on development for the city council, and then makes a recommendation. As you point out, there's a number of large projects that looks like they will be submitting CPDs and moving forward in the next few months. And, you know, the island's not going to be the same. I think we all realize that. Ian destroyed a lot of what we would call the eclectic feel that we had here. But we want to try and preserve as much as we can.
Can you preserve anything? Can you really preserve anything?
I think you can. I think from an aesthetic standpoint, architectural standpoint, the funky part of what the beach had, I think can be preserved, but it will have to be elevated in most cases.
So,
And probably bigger. Things are going to have to, the homes are going to have to be, I mean, no one's going to put a tiny little, spend that money to put a tiny little place.
Yeah,
you know,
especially
17 feet in the air.
on, on a Cerro, especially on the beach side.
So, James, one of the things that perplexes me when I watch your meetings is that you have a town staff, I mean, a great town staff, like Sarah does a great job, and the town staff does a great job, that are committed to the rules. They have to interpret the rules the way the rules are written.
Right.
Then you get a project that comes up to the LPA, and the LPA basically says, screw the rules. And then the town council says, basically, screw the rules. We're just going to pass. I mean, I'm over exaggerating, but you don't really. But you don't really follow what's written in the rules. It's up and down. It's herky jerky. So
I don't know if it's up and down. The staff is limited, as you said, to apply the code and the rules as they are written. That's a staff's job. They're not there to interpret it. They're not there to create
Consider
a vision.
exceptions.
Right, exactly. And so the first airing of a project that goes beyond the rules is at the LPA.
Right. But do you think the rules need to be changed so you don't keep going against the staff? It makes the staff look bad.
Well, if you're talking about the comp plan.
Yes, I am.
I think the underlying concepts of FAR, density, and height are all valid. But that the comp plan was adopted 25 years ago.
Oh.
And after Ian, it needs tweaking.
Okay.
There
Just
needs
tweaking.
to be some changes.
Just tweaking or
Yeah.
rewriting?
Well, what's the definition? What are you defining rewriting?
I'm not
the
running
whole
for
thing?
town council. You
No.
are.
Well,
Well,
I'm,
you
I'm
asked the
saying,
question.
yeah, but I'm saying tweaking. The whole thing doesn't need to be rewritten.
Okay.
I mean, it's a valid document, and the underlying concepts are still valid.
Okay. So you have the outrigger proposal from London Bay, which is really gotten the community involved. They want the outrigger to be rebuilt or not. They want something there. Would you vote yes or no on that as it is right now?
Well, I don't think it would be fair for me as a sitting LPA member to give you an advisory opinion. But I will say this. Any large project, I would expect to be tweaked before it ever gets to the LPA.
So I'm trying to read between the lines here. You're saying that's a no. As it is right now, are you saying that's
you
a
need
no?
the Band-Aid now.
Are you
For
saying
his mouth, yes.
James,
but-
you're
No.
on the LPA.
Yes.
That project
And
is
I can't give you an advisory opinion.
I don't want an advisory opinion. I want your opinion.
Yeah.
Is that a yes or a no? It's 17 stories.
First of all, I don't think it should be stories because it should be height. And how tall is it?
It's
a
effing
story
tall.
could be
It's
8
tall.
feet. A story could be 8 feet tall. It could be 10 feet tall. So it's a height issue, not a story issue. And it's a room issue. It's not a room issue. It's a bedroom issue. Because when they compare rooms, if you have a condo with 3 bedrooms, it's going to have a lot more people in it than a hotel room with 1 room.
Okay. I understand all that, but you've seen the proposal.
Yes.
What is your opinion? It's a yes or a no on the way it's proposed now. Are you a yes or a
It
no?
will be changed before it gets to the council.
Okay. That's fair enough. So that's a no. You would not vote yes for it at 17 stories.
I won't give you a yes or no because it's premature.
And no one else has either. So you can stop.
Well, all I
you
can
know.
do is ask.
Well,
you don't have to
I
answer
know.
it, right? You don't have to answer it. I hear you.
But you keep asking.
I
though.
know.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think people on the south end, not everybody, but I do think residents on the south end want that to be built. Maybe not 17, maybe it's 12, maybe it's 13. You know, it's certainly not 3 or 4. There needs to be an anchor on the south end of Fort Myers Beach. There's nothing right now for those people to hang on to. There's the Santini Plaza is just it's like quicksand at Santini Plaza. Can't get open for
I
some
agree.
reason.
And we need to get that,
Now-
even if it's food trucks.
Right.
We need to get
Agreed.
something down there.
But even if the outrigger, everything goes through smoothly, it's 3 to 4 years away. That's how crazy it is on the south end of the beach. They have nothing down there right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know that 17 is the right story, but do you agree that London Bay is a good neighbor?
Yes. And I think their product
Yes.
built elsewhere is good, both here on the island
Yes.
and in Naples. So
Does that mean anything?
what they bring, you saw the presentation.
Yeah.
So, their integrity, I think, is there. And that goes a long way because you have to trust these people. You said it's a 3 or 4 year project.
Right.
I want to circle back a little bit because you were making the point about, the height is an issue, but I think the density is also an issue.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to let you finish your thought on comparing the rooms
Yeah.
and that, because they made the point that it's 100 rooms and then they're going to put in 140, but there are the condos and all of that. And I think it was a 3.5 acre area that quite a lot of folks are going to be crammed in there. So what do you think to that? How does that play into the decision when you're looking at a project?
Well, on this particular project, there are the 3 concerns that have been raised, and that is the density, the height, and what kind of traffic is it going to create?
What kind of what?
Traffic is
Traffic,
it
yeah.
going to create? And those are all valid concerns. They have to be worked through. The staff will have their recommendation, and I'm sure there'll be traffic consultants that'll submit reports, and it's a consideration. Density is.
And when they bring forth the public benefits, what do you make of what they've offered in their proposals so far?
Well, when you come to the CPD versus the strict comp plan, that's the trade-off. Is there enough public benefit to justify going against
Closer.
or going opposed to the actual rules? So that is a concern. So the density, how many people are going to be there? So
When you're talking about,
I think you're solo now.
I know. He always leaves. Whenever I give him too much crap, then when I start to get one question, and he's like, "Well, that's it."
I thought maybe he was going
I
for
gotta
triage or something. I saw that there was a Band-Aid brought up to him. Is he still bleeding?
When you're talking about tweaks to the comp plan, what are some things that you think need to be tweaked?
Well, just the FEMA rules. Newer building construction techniques need to be taken into consideration. 25 years is a long shelf life for a plan. I mean, it even before Ian, there was discussion about starting to look at reviewing it. So.
Now,
what's next on the list?
All right. Well, I know he'll want to move on. He'll probably be mad I did it anyways, but he's going to want to talk about the Moss Marina project.
Well, all three of the big projects at Moss Marina and even going so far as Sandpiper, what they're going to do, all of these larger projects.
Do you know what is going to go on there? Do you know? Sandpiper?
No, there's been no plan. But London Bay has that too.
Right. London Bay has that property as well, but there has not been any information about what's going there.
But all of the big projects, they're going to be modified based on staff. They're going to be modified based on public comments and public hearing. And I don't think that any one of them, as initially presented, when they finally get through the process, will look the same.
Okay. So you think there's going to have to be some compromise somewhere?
Moss Marina has the same issues, the density. Is the public benefit sufficient to justify overruling the rules in the comp plan? So
now you talked a bit about traffic, and traffic kind of goes hand in hand with parking.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are some ideas you might have that you've heard of or you could put forth to sort of mitigate and kind of deal with that issue?
Well, to calm the traffic on the beach, there's always going to be a traffic problem. There's only one way in and out on each end of the island. So what can we do in between to try and relieve some of that? It's going to be a whole different list of solutions. The water taxi is one. At one end of the bridge, on the north end here, on one side or the other, there needs to be a parking garage.
Okay.
And, if Ed were here, I hear him all the time ask.
Oh, he's right behind you.
All right, Ed's going to say, how are we going to pay for it? Well, that is a valid concern.
Parking garage.
We should probably look at, once the site's identified, either revenue bonds, or if we can find that the site can be qualified as blighted, create a TIF on it, tax increment financing, and pay for it that way.
So one of the things, in addition to the parking garage, that has been a big issue is the pier. And Alan and I have become friends, but we kind of have this push and pull thing about this pier. I call it a Taj Mahal when he's presented, and he calls it a
substandard,
above average or a below average pier. I mean, what do you think about the pier?
Well, I was on the committee. I'm on the pier committee.
Oh, I didn't know that. Very nice. Okay,
and,
so you're right in there.
Yeah. And I did tell Alan, probably a month or 6 weeks ago, that when it started to look like the county was only going to be willing to do what was originally there, that, maybe we ought to see if we can talk them into doing a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, where let FEMA pay for building it the way it was, but put in enough infrastructure to be able to extend it at another time, or another phase doing the the deck, pavilion, parking garage on.
Do you
Lynn
think
Hall
there should
Park.
be a deck and pavilion on the top of the pier?
No,
no.
in the Lynn Hall Park.
I know.
Yeah.
But we attached to the
But-
pier.
But that's what Alan's plan was.
I know.
And what I was saying is, let's look at doing phases. You know, whether you do all 3 phases or whether you just do the extension phase, but take the money. If all the county and FEMA is willing to do, let's get the pier built. People
Yeah.
need to come to the beach.
Here's my opinion doesn't mean crap. Nobody cares about my opinion, and I don't even know why I share it. But if FEMA is going to pay for the pier, now it's not going to be the way it was before.
Right.
It's going to be higher. It's going to be either a little bit wider. They're going to
It'll be
build
more-
it.
Make it more resilient.
right.
Yeah.
It's going to
Right.
be different. It's not going to be the way it was.
Right.
Take that. You can't handle the traffic on Fort Myers Beach now. You want to build a much bigger pier that's going to be a bigger draw to Fort Myers Beach. And all you guys on this beach do is complain about the traffic. Now you're going to build something that draws more people to the beach. There was nothing wrong with the previous pier. It was unique to me. Thank you. I mean, really. Thank you. My fans.
Yeah.
I mean, sir, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying if they're going to build
You're
it,
getting really close to that line.
if they're going to
Well,
pay
no,
for it,
I think that's based on what the county's attitude has been. That's
True.
all you're going to get. You're going to get an enhanced version of the original pier.
and the dilemma is that the county owns the pier, and the county has 160 different projects that
Yeah.
are trying to get done all at the same time. And the pier is one. The Lynn Hall Park bathrooms, the Bowditch Beach bathrooms, Crescent Beach Park. They're trying to get them all done at the same time because everybody wants their stuff done.
Yeah.
Not just
All
Fort
over the
Myers
county.
Beach. And so I totally understand it.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys want to wait 10 years and get a Taj Mahal pier, then
Well, you're still going to end up with how's it going to get paid for?
right, who's going to pay for it?
Right.
Fort Myers Beach has no money.
Right.
So, go ahead, dear.
No, I'm just looking at something upcoming.
Something upcoming.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
so
I'm sorry, I was a little distracted.
okay.
would you say
We already settled while you were in the bathroom. We already talked about Moss Marina and all the other developments. So I just didn't
cleanest
want you to
bathrooms
start-
on Fort Myers Beach right there? I mean, there were 3 ladies in there cleaning, and I said, sorry, I have to go. Would you consider yourself somebody that wants to see development or wants to kind of slow it down?
Well, I think I would say the answer to that for me is it's got to be a balance. We've got to get growth. We've got to get things come back. But at the same time, you know, I think we want quality. We don't want quantity.
Mm-hmm. So, what were you in favor of some of the other projects, or what did I? The Neptune is it yes or no, or what were the?
Well,
They're
as
not in front of
nobody
you.
has given you that answer before, I'm still, I think it's premature as an LPA member to give you an
Okay.
opinion before it gets through the process.
Fair enough.
Now, if you were appointed, would you run then again?
Yeah, I think at this point with the beach, 8 months, the beach needs consistency
Yes.
and continuity. And
Yes.
so if you hand the baton off,
Jeez,
I
thank you.
think it needs to be carried longer than 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I think that having that question on the application was silly, whether you're going to run again or not. I mean, a lot can happen in the next 8 months.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you could decide it's way too much work and you don't want to do it, or somebody can say, hey, I love this. I'm getting a lot done.
I could fall in a hole and break my leg.
Very funny, James. Very funny. Okay,
Or your
so
index finger and then cry about it all day.
how would you rate the town manager on a scale of A to F right now?
Well, I think Andy and his team are a lot more approachable than Roger was. So I think they're doing good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Town
And same with the town council. It's a lot of adversity. There's a lot of pressure on them. And I think all 4 of them are doing great.
Tell people that are watching the show, a lot of people watching the show, why you're the perfect person to be voted in on Monday when the town council considers who they're going to put in that 5th seat.
Well, I think my skill set's a little different than the other candidates. If you look at the agendas, you know, of the city council, growth and development and redevelopment are not the only things on the agenda. And, you know, I have a background and experience in public finance, personnel, insurance issues, and municipal litigation. So I think I have a different skill set than some of the other ones, but the town council needs to find somebody that they're comfortable working with. So I'm glad they have choices.
What do you think your chances are?
I have no idea.
Okay, fair enough. I mean,
I don't.
Not laying that bet down.
I was surprised to see so many people interested in the position.
I think that's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, big hand for James.
Thank
James,
you.
good luck, man. Good luck. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
thank you very
thank you
much,
for coming
James Doan.
on. Is
James-
that your bicycle helmet, or did you bring it for Ed? That's what I thought when you walked up with it. Oh, you rode your bike?
I bike all the way.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I thought he brought it for you as like a joke. That was
By the
funny.
way, everybody, James is on the LPA. And the LPA meets every month, no matter what, whether he gets on the town council or the LPA. The LPA is really just as important as the town council right now, because all these developments, the thing that's very funny to watch on our Facebook page is all these people complaining about, all these buildings, nothing has even been approved. Nothing's even come to the
When you
LPA.
try to nail people down, they really haven't. Nothing's really come actually forward.
Dear,
So
my
they're not
job-
gonna prognosticate
my-
what their vote's going to be.
I
on
feel
something they
like
haven't-
my job is to try and nail people down. If they don't want to answer,
I feel
that's
like
cool.
Your job is to be able to walk straight upright. That's what I think your job is.
If it wasn't for the fact that we're so in love, I would just walk off this show right now. So,
Hey, I have.
okay, wait until I help
okay.
take care of our sponsors.
Okay.
If you want to mingle with the people.
I have a spontaneous thing for you.
Did
so.
Deanne even stay and watch the show? I mean, where is she? Oh, there
right
she is
there.
right there. I thought she was sitting over here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Ed Schoonover's in the house. He's also running for town council. Yeah. Can we get a big come on out here,
He
Ed?
was
Say
on a
hello to
couple weeks
everybody.
ago. It's here.
Power Block Builders is one of our sponsors. We appreciate Power Block Builders, by the way, is sponsoring her bike ride tomorrow. You're biking tomorrow. Is that right, Marie? Yes. And they are the only builder in the entire area with a 4,500 square foot luxury showroom only a few minutes from the beach. They broke ground on 2 homes on Fort Myers Beach. They have 9 beach models from 1,000 to 3,000 square feet and many more on the way. You want people building your house that you can trust, because the last thing you want is to build a house and for it to fall down, because that would really suck. So call Power Block Builders or go online right now, because I don't have a phone number for you to call them, powerblockbuilders.com. And the reason I don't have a phone number is because Marie didn't put it on that sheet.
No one's left unscathed today.
That's right. I went down hard. Everybody's going down hard today. And lastly, Tri-Town Construction. If it wasn't for all these sponsors and all the coffee donations you guys gave to us, and you can, if you're on your phone right now, you can go to buykiminettacoffee.com and
Or buyhimaband-aid.com.
yeah, or buy a Band-Aid guy. Oh, this one's coming off. Man, I think I need like
You got
19
plenty
stitches.
Here. All right, can I have
Not
ours?
yet.
All right, hurry up.
Tri-Town Construction, folks. Here, you got to take care of the sponsors before you get to the good stuff. They have a sales center on Fort Myers Beach, is 1750 Estero Boulevard. They offer modular and typical home construction. They're a huge part of the community since 2006. And they have a free ebook. I don't think the ebook is about the Bay of Pigs, but it's probably something just as interesting. The more I read about the Bay of Pigs, the more I think that President Kennedy was a bit of an ass back then. But more on that later. Call Tri-Town Construction, because the guys are sitting in their car right now at 239-895-2058, 239-895-2058. Folks, tomorrow we're going to be at Wahoo Willie's with the mayor of Fort Myers Beach, Dan Allers, and Sal, who is also running for the town council. Not running, but you know what I'm saying. He will be there tomorrow. And on Monday, we'll carry the town council meeting live, and somebody will fill that seat. I don't know who it is. I think I have a good idea, but I'm not going to say. What's going on behind my back here?
Well, you waited too long. This lady was going to play her ukulele, and she wrote a song for us.
Where's
but
your-
they have a parking issue,
Nah.
and they have to
If
go.
you get a parking ticket, I'll pay it. Where's your ukulele? Go get it. Come on, sit down right here. If you get a parking ticket, I will pay it. Hell yeah. That shit ain't flying. I'm going to
Just
pay her
gotta
parking
run your
ticket.
mouth and run your mouth. Don't trip over anything.
Yeah.
All right, just real quick.
Come on.
I don't want you to get. I'll hold you. I'll hold this. I got the microphone, and you ukulele it up.
Starts on C. Oh, I don't know her. Hey, with the beats like Kim and then our Fort Myers Beach would soon be dead. They would teach us how to roll a strike with their words and with their bikes. Talk radio is king, and it has a really awesome ring. Yes, sir, Kim and Ed bubble up with hope just by throwing the proverbial rope. The yellow arms will shine, and everybody, Kim's hair looks so divine. Not Kim, like Kim and that, our Fort Myers Beach would soon be dead. The parade of hope gathers fun that way. Happy days are
Here again. Yeah.
Next time, listen to me.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for all the
Thank
Band-Aids.
you so much. I'm gonna keep this. All right.
Starting Monday in the shop online will be Beach
Now
Talk
run to
Radio
your car.
Band-Aids. Wow, dear. Why didn't you tell me about that? That was so awesome. Thank you all for coming. Please enjoy License to Chill. Tip well. These guys are working their butts off. Enjoy the pool if you can. If you don't have a pass, buy a pass. Don't be a cheap ass. And we appreciate everything you guys do. We'll see you tomorrow. Wahoo Willies. Thank you all for coming. Bye-bye. Test. Jason, I don't know if you had too much to drink, but you lost your phone, and I have it here. So if anybody lost a phone, come on up. We have it here, and it's going to be at the bar. Jason, lovely pictures on the phone.